Pawtuckaway. Alright, so we're at Pawtuckaway today, and I'm going to do one of my favorite warm-ups, Storm Pockets. It's a V3, and it's breaking all the time. It's great. I'm warming up because I want to try something else. Mothra Stewart. That's a V8, and I've never technically done a V8 before. Already ripping all the skin off my finger. It's gonna be a good season.
Favorite part about these holes? How hollow they are, it's great.
I'm gonna fall. No.
If you use Alex's beta, it's the movement's fun. I like it.
Yeah, no, that's like a fun move.
Oh, okay. Dude, that's gonna be a hard move.
That's the crux.
Oh,
Well,
really?
For me, matching was the crux. Getting my break.
I'm now going to enter voiceover mode. I figured it'd be a lot easier to explain my thoughts after as opposed to while I was out there climbing. My buddy Steve here, he had already done Mothra before, but he heard I wanted to work it, so he decided he would come out and work a V9 left variation that goes somewhere over here.
Wow, dude.
I don't really project too often. I usually just like to go outside, climb with friends, and do whatever they want to, hop on. But this year I wanted to really push myself and get on some climbs that have piqued my interest and get after it. So I'm gonna walk you through the process of how I sent my first outdoor V8. Now, I obviously haven't had a lot of experience doing hard climbing outside, so this was a bit of a new world for me. A lot of people hate hearing this, but my first lesson immediately was to simply try hard, flip a switch, and go. It was honestly pretty hard, but I immediately realized I was holding back a lot, and so it was really, really important. The first step I took after that was to kind of see what I could do, what felt easy, and then find what felt impossible, and then kind of narrow that down and work the moves that just felt totally out of reach.
I almost just ate it.
Thankfully, I was able to make it through the first few moves pretty easily because they were tearing apart my skin. And so I ended up getting, obviously, stuck at the crux. And so that's what I began to work. I was having a pretty tough time coming to terms with how hard the crux felt because the left hand was kind of more of a sloper than a crimp, and so I couldn't hold on and I kept falling off and slipping, and so I was looking for an intermediate to hold on to while I got my feet over that would hopefully make it easier to transition onto the face of the climb. I ended up finding this absolutely heinous undercling that was maybe like 3 millimeters, and I ended up using it like once and then never again because it was so bad. The only reason I thought I needed this was because I didn't think that I could actually hold on with just my left hand in this position to get my right hand on that little edge above. Turns out I would find beta later that would make it so easy to stay on. And what's embarrassing is that I used the beta that I would end up using in the second session right here on one of my first attempts, and I would have no idea why it worked. What I hadn't realized is that my left hand had found an absolutely perfect thumb catch right here. And that allowed me to move over completely static, and it was so easy. Of course, after that one attempt, I was psyched out of my mind that I got through the crux. Of course, I had no idea how to do it again, and so I kept throwing myself over and over at this move, and I could not figure it out. And so my biggest lesson in this entire experience was to really pay attention to how you're climbing on every attempt, because you might just end up finding the perfect solution and not realize it. After getting pretty frustrated, I just started to work the beginning moves again so I could dial them and make it as efficient as possible, because when you're climbing at your limit, you need everything to be perfect, and so that's what I got after to do.
Dude, this is tearing up my... I don't got the PWA skin yet. Yeah, I'm getting shredded.
Fast forward to the second session, I immediately figured out that thumb catch beta and began to work the entire sequence. I had a little bit of trouble with the move directly after the crux, but I had a foot pointed out to me that I was able to use, and it helped a ton. And then I was able to get my arms up into the crack and finish the climb. And at this point, everything was done. I just had to piece it together and send it. And believe it or not, within 2 or 3 tries, I was able to finally pull it off.
I would love to have like a long-term project that, like, as long as I feel like I'm making incremental progress. Come on, dude. Go. Keep breathing. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, dude. Come on. You know what to do. Yes. Come on. Tight.
Stay on there.
Come on. In the... Yeah. Come on. Keep breathing. Keep breathing, Jack. Come on. Keep breathing. Yeah. Get to the top of that plate. Take a breather. Yeah.